Hey there, students. Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to be going over the first exam, the practice exam in your book. I don't know when you're watching this, but this is our latest edition of the book. From the back, it is in page 191, okay? So you go in the back of the book, you have that there. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to read through the questions and then discuss kind of the question and then go through the answer. If you have any questions and they pop up, it'll show up over there on the feed there. So if anyone is actually watching live, which if you're college students, it's 8 o'clock on a Sunday night and your exam's not for a few days, I'm not really thinking that that's actually going to happen. So don't worry if you're watching this like, Tuesday morning at 3 a.m. Because the funny thing is I like to look at the analytics for the exam prep. And yeah, most of the students actually start about 10 o'clock at night. And then it's funny because the views will go up and then at 3 in the morning they drop out. And then right before the exam, there's a bunch. It's pretty funny when I look at the analytics for the business videos. So anyway, if you're watching this and you're one of our Professor Wolters subscribers that are watching this later on, this is not a usual live feed. I won't be answering too many questions that don't relate to the exam because my students, I'm actually a professor in my day job, and so I want to help my students out so they can study for their exams so they have some of the answers and stuff like that. Anyway, I'll get started now. This will be live here tonight, and then we'll have, hey Lou, Renji, Wang, good to see you, buddy. But I want to have this up for the students so they can have that and study. So I've wasted enough of their time. Also, students, remember, you can watch this at double time later on because if you get tired of hearing my voice, you can do that. So we're going through the exam, page 191, exam 1 practice. Henry Martinez, good to see you, buddy. You get to see me trying to go through an exam with my students here and talk through some of the topics. So if I don't get to some of your questions over here when we're going by, I'm going to try to get through this. So Troy, I'm not going to be doing titty. You want to have pinchos in Barcelona, buddy. So I guess I really got to help my students out first. I'll answer other questions later on. So Olivia, this will probably go for about half an hour, and then so I can go through the exam, and then I'll have other live questions and answer stuff then, okay? So don't think I'm ignoring you over there. I'm not. I'm just got to go through this because my students are number one. See? My students are the coolest. All right. So anyway, the practice exam. Number 1, what are the 4 P's of marketing? This is one that I've taught to you guys in class 400,000 times. So you should definitely know what this one is. It's product. It's D. The answer is D for number 1, which is product, price, place, promotion. Remember, a product creates value because there's a product like I got my phone. There's value in this because I like having this phone, right? So it created some value. Price captures the value. So how much is it really worth to somebody? That's the capturing. That's the price side of thing. And then how we deliver that value is called place. And then how you communicate that is promotion. Okay, so number 1 is D. All right. Now number 2, the question is, when a firm develops marketing strategies in order to sell more of their, here's a key thing, current products to their current customers, this is an example of which quadrant in the Ansoff growth strategies matrix. So remember, we have old products, and old customers, new customers kind of stuff. And so this, we're trying to sell more of the same stuff to the same people. That is market penetration. So 2 is A. Okay. Now, there's a video my wife and I filmed, if you go to the study guide on our Wolters World channel, where we had a fun time trying to film the market penetration video. So you can have a good laugh at that one, okay? Now, number 3, Starbucks coffee can be found in shopping malls, bookstores, and high traffic intersections. With this strategy, what kind of sustainable competitive advantage is Starbucks looking for? Well, that is going to be D. Sorry, let me get the right answer. 3 is D, which is location excellence. Because the thing is for any kind of store, like a Starbucks or a Walgreens or something like that, they have to be where their people are, and so they're always going to have a location is going to be the key thing. So that's what they're really going for. All right. Now the other one's customer excellence. If you're treating them better and things like that, that's going to draw stuff. If you have a better management team, that'll be operational excellence. But here, what we're going to be doing is location excellence with Starbucks, and we're looking at location stuff. All right. Number 4. Oh, this is a good one. The University of Illinois is famous for its long history of researchers, top-notch students, and great teaching professors. This has a lot to do with human resources and recruitment offices at the University of Illinois. This is an example of what kind of sustainable competitive advantage. That would be operational or operations excellence. So that would be C. So 4, I'm just trying to write this down while we go, is operational excellence. So you have that. And I always like to talk about that, like in class, we talk about like how if a sports team has really good recruiting, or a sports team, has really good like scouts, it can really find out who's going to be the best player to draft, and then get a really great player later in the draft instead of having to have the first player in the draft. It's really helpful if you have that good operational excellence. Okay. Number 5, if McDonald's restaurants decided to grow their business by selling McDonald's branded clothing in Bolivia, a country that currently does not have McDonald's restaurants. Also, McDonald's doesn't sell McDonald's clothes. So this would be a new product. So the clothing would be new, and it would be a new market because they're not in Bolivia. Well, they're not there anymore, at least. And so that would be what we call diversification. Okay, that's the diversification model or section of the Ansoff or growth matrix, because it's new products with new customers. So you have that. Okay. Now, sorry, I got to put the number down for that one. 5 is D, diversification. Now, yes, I know this is boring, people. I apologize, but we'll get to questions in a little bit. Don't worry. Number 6, if the city of Champaign allows only one company to be the exclusive water delivery company in Champaign, the threat of new entrants would be what? Well, if the government's only allowing one company to get in and you're that one in there, there's no threat of new entry because there's only one. So you have no worries on that one. So 6 would be C. The threat would be low. Okay. Now, number 7, in an industry where there is lots of room to grow your business, there can be, well, listen, okay, we're doing the 5 forces analysis. These are from the number 6 and number 7. So number 7, in an industry where there is lots of room to grow your business, there can be many different variations of products, and there are numerous potential new clients. The intensity of rivalry would be what? Well, let's think about it. If you have plenty of room to grow, right? And we have very little competition. We're very different. We don't really compete with anybody on these things. So the rivalry is going to be very low in that case. Okay. So 7 would be C, low. Okay. Now, number 8, using the GE McKinsey matrix, the University of Illinois is strong in engineering, and the growth forecast for the need of engineers in the future is very high. So remember, we have to look at industry attractiveness. So we look at this. The forecast for the need of engineers in the future is very high. So that is there's sexiness there in that attractiveness for that industry. And then our small business unit would be the engineering department, and they're doing really well. So if this is the case, what would you recommend to the University of Illinois Board of Trustees? Well, obviously, for number 8, you put A. You would have them invest more money in the engineering program because you want to grow that even more, because it's a star SBU and it's in a great industry. So you have that. Okay. For Q4, let me look at question 4. The University of Illinois is famous for its long history of researchers. No, so number 4, they're asking about number 4. Why product excellence? No, it would not be product, Jack. It would be 4 would be operational excellence, because you have the great people working there. You have the human resources and recruitment that are training the people. So that's all on the business side of it. Okay, so that's why that one is not that. Okay. Number 9, Target, and I have to say what the company is because a lot of people actually don't know, but you should. Target, a retail grocery and department store, sells the same products and merchandise as low-cost leaders Walmart and Aldi. However, Target has slightly higher prices, better product displays, more sales associates to help you, nice uniforms, and higher quality line of private label products. That's a lot of nice stuff there. Target would be using what competitive business strategy? So in this one, they're trying to make themselves different. They're trying to make themselves special. And so in that case, you're going to be having what's called C, the differentiation strategy. Okay, because when you're trying to make your product different and special that people are willing to pay more money for it, that's a differentiation strategy. If you're trying to make it as cheap as possible so you get the lowest cost, then you're going to go cost leadership. Okay. Now, other things we want to talk about. Number 10. Sorry, I'm trying to type out the answers because I couldn't get the exam to show up on the screen, so I have to read and then type and then put the grades in on here. So, apologies. Number 10. Which of the following would be a key success factor for the soda pop industry? See, I did soda and pop in case nobody was confused. Okay, which of the following would be a key success factor for the soda pop industry? Well, local production, branding and marketing, and a wide assortment of beverages. Those would all be key success factors in the soda pop industry. So D is all of the above. Okay, 10 is D, all of the above. All right. Now, Number 11. Okay, so number 11, don't worry about that. We did not have any extra credit on this exam, so we didn't do that. This is from before, so don't worry about number 11. Number 12, short battery life. That doesn't sound good. No network coverage. That sounds even worse. Bad design. Ew. These are examples of what part of the industry key success factor analysis, and it should say in the mobile phone industry. Those would be death bells. So 12 is C, death bells, because those are all kind of product attributes that you would never buy the product if it was that bad. I mean, as much as I joke about iPhones and stuff like that, they still have decent batteries. I can still get through most of the day, and they look cool and stuff like that. But if you can't make it through the day, or it doesn't connect to a server or a network in your neighborhood, you're not going to work with them. Okay, so you're not going to do that. All right, now number 13. If Nike puts a picture of Cookie Monster, a children's TV show character, on the side of a shoe and charges a price premium on that shoe, Nike is using what kind of competitive strategy? This is, again, that differentiation strategy. Okay, so what they're doing is, a kid's shoe is like, $6, $7, but you slap that Cookie Monster on the side, you got little kids going, I need my Cookie Monster shoes, and it's $20, $25. You're paying a lot more money for that just to have it on there. It's kind of like if I just had this gray shirt, this is $5 from Walmart, but if I put a Santa Fe, New Mexico thing on there, now it's $20, right? So they're making it special, making it different. So that's what they're doing there. All right, now turn it in the page. Number 14. Which part of the marketing mix is known to create value in the eyes of the customer? That is the product, A. Okay, remember, product creates value. And then if you look at number 15, which leads to the next one, number 15 is which part of the marketing mix is known for capturing value that customers see in a product? That is price, B. Because remember, when you capture a value, that's when you kind of you get an idea of what it is, what it's worth to people, and what something's worth to somebody is actually the price. That's what they're willing to pay for it, okay? So 15 is B. All right, now number 16. When McDonald's, I'm getting kind of hungry here. When McDonald's, it should be Culver's. You can tell this is an old exam because it doesn't say Culver's every other question. Number 16. When McDonald's restaurants began to open longer store hours and have their drive-through operations work 24 hours a day, they were using what strategy to allow their customers to buy more hamburgers and chicken McNuggets? So here, when you read through it, you see that, look, they want to sell more of their old products, right? But they also are going to be selling to people that are already buying hamburgers and McNuggets, right? So those are old customers. So old, like old products to old customers, doing more of that. That is that market penetration again. And so that is actually A, okay? Let's see. Number 17. So Alexandria. I don't know, Alexandria. I honestly don't know. I'll have to look into that for you. Well, I'll have to look into it. You can look into that. I don't know. Number 17. The fact that McDonald's and Burger King would not sell beef burgers in India, where the cow is a sacred animal, would fit into which macro-environmental factor? Remember, we look at the macroeconomic effects. We have to think about things that will directly affect us or indirectly affect us. We kind of have to make plans around that. And so 17, that would be A, culture, because we'd be looking at the culture there, because that's some of the things you don't have. You might look at different things that go on, like you might look at the regional culture. We have like sweet tea in the South, and I was just in New Mexico, hence the Santa Fe shirt. I couldn't wear it in Santa Fe, but I can wear it now that I'm home. You had a lot of green chilies, and so everything, there's green chili burgers at McDonald's and stuff like that. There's green chili burgers everywhere. Here, we don't have that where we're at. So 17 is A, culture. Number 18. What is a core aspect of marketing? Well, a core aspect of marketing that's on here is B, satisfying customer needs and wants. Because this is one of the core things when you think about what are the real core things of marketing. Hey, we really got to figure out what the needs and wants of our clients are and deliver on those things, because that's what's really going to get people to actually buy from us. Because if you don't deliver what people want or need, who's going to buy? I mean, even the stuff you buy by accident, you're like, well, I don't really need this, but I'm going to get it anyway. It's because you want it. If we don't know what the needs and wants are, we're not going to get anybody to buy. So that's why 18 is B, satisfying wants and needs. Now, number 19. Oh, number 19 is a funny one. So the question is, a student was proposed to, i.e. asked to marry them, in my Bad on 320 this semester. So In that year, in 2015, I was in Follinger, this huge auditorium on the campus that holds like 1,200 people, and this student had contacted me about proposing to their girlfriend in class, and so we worked together to get this all planned out. And so he came out on stage and asked her to marry her and stuff like that, because she always sat in the front row. So it was actually really kind of a cool story. They wrote me a couple years ago. They're married. They're still together. It was really kind of cool. They're like, thanks for that. I'm like, yeah, no problem. You even became a question on an exam. But this year so far, no one has gotten engaged. So like that question, you don't need to worry about that one, okay? Yes, Wanzhang, it really did happen. I mean, it was funny because the guy's like, so I'll just come out on the stage. I'm like, he was on the stage like, dude, you got to go down to her. And so he went down, and we had all this whole joke because I was throwing out T-shirts in class. And so I had like random winners, and she was one of the random winners at the end. And I'm like, hey, and our next winner, well, we have a guest to come and propose something to them or something like that. And we put on a song, and he comes out on stage, and she's like, oh my God. So it was pretty awesome. So it was an 8 o'clock class too. I was like, oh, those engineers, they're so industrious. 8 in the morning and getting married and getting engaged. So it was pretty funny. Anyway, moving on, because some people, they got to study. They want to, they like, Mark, we waste enough time in your class. Don't waste our time on here. So number 20, sustainable competitive advantages remained constant over the long term. That's the key point there, okay? Now, 20, that would be false. Because in the short term and medium term, sustainable competitive advantage, you sustain them, that's great. But over the long term, in the long term, everybody can kind of catch up to you. They can get the other street corner and build their building there for the location stuff. They could train their employees to catch up so they can get there. So long term, they change. Short term, no, it's nearly impossible to do anything about that one. That's why you would try to get it so you can maintain it. You're always watching. Okay, so you have that, right? Number 21, how can a firm create loyal customers? Well, let's see. One thing they could do is focus on lifetime customers. Yeah, if I think about it in this way, wow, I don't think about them a one-time thing, but they're going to come back again and again and again. Wow, I can make a lot more money off of them if I think in the lifetime of how much I could earn from them. So that A is going to be on there. B, have a product that seems like it's designed for your customer. Heck, yeah. I mean, think about me talking about Culver's all the time. They got a super tasty burger and cheese curds, and I can go there with my family. That's perfect. It's like designed for me. Awesome. And they put football up on the screen so I can watch that too. So, hey, it's nice. And then also sometimes they'll actually develop loyalty programs. I mean, think about it. If I get 10 of the the little Culver ticket things, do I have it here? Yeah. See, in my desk. See, I have some right here. I get a free scoop. Yay! So you collect these Scoopy tickets. So this one, hey, I get one, free scoop. But if I get 10, go back again and again, then my kids get to get like Culver's like balls and stuff like that. So if you went into our garage, we have like the football, the baseball, the basketball, the tennis, like we get it all. It's crazy. Okay. So 21 would actually be D, all of the above. All of the above. Because all those would work. Okay. Now, number 22, when doing a SWOT analysis, the strengths and weaknesses deal with what? Well, remember, the strengths and weaknesses are internal things that we can control. So that's going to be A, internal workings of the firm that the firm has control over. Because we can think about it, your strengths you can make stronger. Weaknesses you can do something about. Like I could lose weight, theoretically, it's possible, but that's something I could do myself. Whereas opportunities and threats are things that are outside. Like I can't really do much about the threat of a meteor landing on my house, right? I mean, I guess I could step to the side, but there's not much you can really do for that, right? So you have those things. So 22 is A. Strengths and weaknesses are internal things. Number 23. This is an older one. I don't think it's in the exams anymore, but it's something I used to talk about in my class. Web 2.0 is the functionalities of the internet that allows interactions between people. So that is actually true. I remember back in the day when Web 2.0 was a new thing, and would talk to executives, and they're like, so do I have to get a new server for this Web 2.0 thing? I'm like, no, that's just the fact that you can talk back and forth, man. It's the social side. You're totally cool. So there is that. So 22 is A, true. Or sorry, 23 is true. Sorry, 23 is A, true. 24, which media, social media or traditional media, gives a sense of credibility and social authority? So this is from that topic 4 where there's a video going back and forth between traditional media and social media. And so when you're looking at credibility and social authority, 25, it's actually traditional media. Because think about it, if you see something in the newspaper or on TV, you believe it more than something you see on the internet. I mean, think about it. Your crazy aunt's like, I saw something on the internet. You're like, oh, yes, thanks, Aunt. Yep, Thanks, Aunt Kathy. You're right. The aliens are real. You're like, if I see it on the real news, like, then I'm going to take it more seriously. And you'll see that sometimes because, it's changing. Like, social media is getting a little more accepted, but overall, in general, traditional media is going to have a lot more credibility and authority. That's why, like, as seen on TV. I mean, think about it. Walmart has a whole aisle that's just stuff as seen on TV, not as seen on the internet. No, you see it as seen on TV. So you have that. Okay. So, I'm doing 24 right now, Jojo, or Wanjiang. So 24. Sorry, you're right. I did skip over 24. So 24, thanks, buddy. My bad. 24, switch it around. Which social media, traditional media, has the shortest time to delivery? That's the social media. Okay. Because think about it, I could do this right now. Look, I'm instantly doing things like messing up and skipping questions. Whereas, so it was happening instantaneously. Whereas a traditional one, it'd be different. I had to make a whole TV program or something like that, or try to get in the newspaper. I'd have to 2 weeks before talk to the newspaper, get a spot. So that's why for delivery, the shortest time, which means the fastest time, that is social media. So my bad, Wanjiang. I suck. Sorry. I missed that 24. But 25 was B, traditional media. 24 was A. Okay? Thanks for catching me there. See, this is why I have you all here to help me out, to unscrew up. 26. When firms ask their online customers to click the like button or the subscribe button on the website and social media, they are doing what part of the 4E framework for social media? That is engage. Okay, engage is when you're asking people to do something. Like, hey, if you ever watch a YouTube channel, they're always like, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell, smash that bell so you get notifications. They're asking people to do something. So, if you're watching a YouTube video and hey, if you want to buy our book, click here or go to our website. That's the engage side of stuff, getting someone to do something. Okay, so we have that. Jojo, hey, good to see you in Germany, buddy. Let's see. Number 27. Beachbody exercise videos help their clients share their exercise and weight loss experiences via YouTube online videos and Facebook pictures and posts of before and after their weight loss. They do this so that potential new customers can see how the program may work for them. That's the key. How the program may work for them. So it's like they're experiencing it with them. So Beachbody is engaging in what part of the 4E framework? So 27 is actually C, experience, because what they're trying to do is show you what it would be like if you're a big guy trying to lose weight, or you're a college student trying to lose weight and get into shape again like you were in high school. They're showing the before and afters, okay? So it's you kind of experience it, showing how they did it and things like that, all right? And that's why, that's why a lot of times online ads are pretty successful. They'll actually set things up so that it's easy for people to tell their story, because that's one of the great things about the internet. People see something that worked for somebody else, maybe it'll work for me too. And so that word of mouth, that experiencing through them really can help. Troy, life isn't about having a six-pack or a full head of hair, damn it. Damn straight, Troy, damn straight. If you're my class this semester, I'm getting you a shirt, okay? We're going to find one for you, all right? Because it's so true. It is so true, all right? 28, Wolters World travel videos. 28. Wolters World travel videos go over everything you need to know and things you didn't know you needed to know about traveling. Wolters World talks about the top 10 sites, 5 things you love and hate about visiting various cities, also cultural differences, what you need to know about backpacking Europe, and safety tips for traveling. That's a long one. The previous statement would relate to which part of the 4E framework? So that is actually educate. A, because you're educating them. I'm saying these are the videos they have, these are the things you can learn from there, and so you want to educate people about what could be on your website or on your social media. So there's different things, and I've seen the numbers and I saw the videos and stuff like that, and not a lot of students have watched the videos for topic 4 for the social media digital marketing videos. You really should check them out, because I think there's 10 questions, 12 questions on the exam from the social media videos. So make sure you are reading through the slides and watching the videos, okay? Because I know that 4E framework one's in there. There's a couple of questions from there. I think I filmed that one in China too. So, hey, nice background. So, hey, trying to make it a little more beautiful than this, my office at home. So, anyway, 29. Sorry, people. That's why I said if you're getting bored of me talking, put it on that 2 times. It'll just fly by. You'll see all the answers go by there. 29. Is Tyler on there? Tyler! I like my Tyler. Oh, of course Tyler would say, I beg to differ. Tyler's a buddy of mine, and he's got a YouTube channel. He works out a bit. Just a bit. Just a bit. Anyway, he's a good dude. Check out his channel. 29. Which of the following social media platforms are best for brand exposure? So I don't go over this anymore in the class, but Facebook was the one that was best for that. So I don't really go over that one anymore. So we'll have that one. Number 30. When developing a social media plan, what is something that needs to be in the social media plan? Now, the thing is, a social media plan is how you're going to run your social media overall for a business, because you don't just decide to throw something up. You have you plan out the times you're going to have it, what you're going to show, what platforms you're going to use. So when I look on here, A is what social media platforms will be used. Yes, you're going to do that. B, how each social platform will be used. Yep. Which groups will be targeted by social media platforms. Yep. And so 30 is D, all of the above. Okay. Kim, I appreciate you loving our travel videos, and I'm glad we can help you a little bit here learning for an exam that you're not taking, but you never know. There might be an online version of it in the future. You could take it, for fun. Anyway, moving on, switching the page to do 31. So 31, there's a bunch of this CPC, CPA, CPM questions on the exam. I'm telling you right now. So that's why, there'll be 50 people that watch this in the class out of the 500 something in there. So this will be our secret. There'll be questions on these like this. Okay, so 31. I will pay you $5 for every 1,000 times my advertisement loads on your website. This is an example of which kind of social media performance measure. Okay, so that is B, CPM, so cost per thousand. So what happens here is, this is one thing you'll see is, you ever wonder why they have our 10 favorite artists, you have to click each time to see each one? They're doing that because they want to reload the website to get another ad on there, because then it can show 1,000 times and they get more money. Okay, so this one you're just saying, look, I'll give you $5 for 1,000 impressions, and we'll go our separate ways. Okay, and the thing is that you don't necessarily it's not always effective, but it depends what you're looking for. Okay, so make sure you watch that video. That's the one that came out this past week. Okay, on Professor Wolters. Okay, 32. I will pay you $5 for every visitor who clicks on my ad on your website and visits my webpage. That is an example of CPC, or cost per click. Because CPM, the first one on 31, that's just, hey, look, show up 1,000 times, I don't care. I'll still pay you. Cost per click, you only pay when someone actually clicks on the ad. Okay, so obviously you're like, no, I'll pay you money, but I want to be paid when it gets clicked on. Okay, I don't want to just sit there and not get seen. Okay, and then 33, I will pay you $5 for every purchase that originates from the advertisement I place on your website. So that's actually D, cost per action. And that one's even more, it's kind of technical, but the thing is, then they kind of track, hey, do they come from your website? What do they buy? Okay, so if you ever click on an Amazon link, like on Professor Wolters, we have an Amazon link, and Wolters we have Amazon links. Anytime you see an Amazon link on anybody's website, it's an Amazon Associates program. And if somebody buys something that they click on and buy, then the person that put that ad up gets a percentage of the sale. Now, it doesn't raise the cost to you. Well, theoretically, it doesn't raise the cost for you on that transaction. So that's nice for you, but also for the bloggers and the people like that, it helps them out because they get 3% of the sale. Okay, so that gets them more look, I want to make sure it's the right place so people actually buy this product. So you'll see those things. And I'll let you talk about all the ethical issues that could go along with that. Okay, that's in a higher level course, but this is something we should talk about. We probably talk about in class next time. Anyway, what's the hashtag for the course? So when I ask those questions at the beginning of class, I want you all to tweet up. That's Wolters World. So 34 is hashtag Wolters World. 35. Which part of the marketing mix deals with the communication of value of a product or service? So 35 is C, promotion, because promotion is all about communicating the value of anything that you're going to do, and the value of a product or a service or an idea or a politician or whatever. You have those things. Okay. Let's see. 36. Okay, 36. Did you put your name and UIN and net ID on the Scantron form on this exam booklet? And the answer is A, yes. okay? Because you will put it on there. Because if you don't, then I can't find you in my grade book because I have this huge thing online. And honestly, I swear the thing they use to put the grade books in is like from 2001. It's just like, I'm like, can we get something that works? Like, God forbid I'd want to put like my grades in via like a mobile phone or something like that. I mean, it's just, you wonder why like your syllabus quiz grades aren't in yet. It's the technology that drives me nuts. Yeah. So sorry. 36A, make sure you put your name, med ID, UIN in the Scantron form so I can put it in there so I can find your grade and all this kind of stuff. So do have a heads up because a lot of people actually don't. And so you'll lose a point because then you would technically hadn't done it. So that could be wrong. All right. So number 37. Which is a way to measure online performance. 37 is actually D because you can look at looking at online performance. It depends what you want to do. So there's a lot of things you could look at. I mean, you could look at the number of fans on a social media site, like how many subscribers do they have? I mean, I do a lot of YouTube stuff, and people are like, well, how many subscribers do you have? Well, we have 600,000 subscribers on Wolters, which is okay, but like people are like, oh, that's kind of small for the big ones. I'm like, yeah, but we got 130 million views, and that's where you actually get paid for ads is on the views, not the subs. The subs are more for like, if you want to do sponsorships. So it's really weird. So people have different stuff. So they might look at fans, they might look at views, they might look at interaction rate. If you're not sure what the interaction rate is, if you ever watch a YouTube video, you see the thumbs up and thumbs down. Hey, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Or the subscribe or comments. They look on there and see how are people interacting with the video. That's one of the ways that actually YouTube and these will actually track and see if a video is getting false views. Because if there's like 1 million views, but only like 10 comments, that's like a red flag that people are buying views. So heads up for that one. 38. Jocelyn sells beauty supplies. Whenever she calls on her customers, she asks if they have any problems or if they would like something new or different. Jocelyn's addressing which of the core aspects of marketing. And that is D, satisfying customer wants and needs. Because she's trying to figure out what do they want, what do they need, and then tries to make a product for that. Okay? Now, let's see. Were there any questions up there? What do you think of apps like when to post? Do you think they're accurate use for a social media plan? So Matthew Code has a question that kind of relates to the social media kind of stuff, and I think it's a worthwhile topic to talk about. It says, what do you think of apps like when to post? Do you think they are accurate and useful for a social media plan? So there's other ones. So there's like Hootsuite, there's Tailwind for like Pinterest and Instagram. These are all sites. So if you don't have you can't always post on Instagram, even though you should in my class. I know some of you do, but you can't always do it. So sometimes you want to schedule these things out, and I highly recommend it. Like schedule it out so people know that every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Time there's going to be a new Wolters World video. Well, you know what? This Saturday I was in New Mexico and I couldn't get it done. So I could plan it out, have it scheduled out. So those kind of things actually can help you out, Matthew. So I do hope that helps you. All right. Now, number 39. Turning the page. 39. Which of the following is least likely to provide a sustainable competitive advantage? Okay. So on the options like creating an efficient supply chain, that is super hard to do. That's why our supply chain majors have 100% job placement. Using patented technology, that's kind of difficult because you got to figure out the patents. Achieving high levels of customer satisfaction. How many high levels of customer satisfaction do you see in the world? Not too many. So actually D is the least likely to provide a sustainable competitive advantage because think about lowering prices. Anybody can lower prices. I mean, are you really like a super fan of Walmart or Aldi, or are you a super fan of the low prices? And that's the thing is that's not going to give me a sustainable competitive advantage because someone else could lower their price. So that's why it would be the least likely. Okay, that's why the key word there on 39 is least. Okay, so number 40. When Apple developed the first iPhone in 2007, they were adding a phone and camera to their iPod product. They were hoping to sell this new iPhone to their clients that already had iPods. This would be an example of what kind of growth strategy. So it's a new product, but they're trying to sell it to their old customers, the old, iPod customers, right? And so that would actually be product development because they're trying to develop a new product that they can sell to their current clients, okay? And the thing is, when you're reading questions like this on the exam, make sure you read for the situation. Don't take it from today. Take it from the situation that I give you in the questions. And for those of you studying for the exam, like the questions I have in the exam are set up very similar to these. So it's not like I'm asking these now while someone asking like fill in the blank questions. No, it's pretty straightforward. Because remember, if it's important enough for me to test on, it's important for me to teach on. Okay, so stuff I cover will be on there. Moving on. 41. The development of the internet destroyed the encyclopedia and newspaper industries. Yes, it did. However, it increased access to news, theoretically, and knowledge, maybe. This is an example of what kind of macro-environmental factor. So that's actually D, technology. The technological changes affected different industries different ways. So you have that. I think in the exam, there's like 2 or 3 questions based on that pestle model, political, economic, social, demographic, all that kind of stuff. So check that out. That'll help you out. 42, Kimberly Clark recently introduced toilet paper rolls without the cardboard core. Nice. What social trend does this respond to? So 42 is A, green marketing. So trying to find ways, sustainability, it could be an answer kind of like that. So there is those things. So Wanjian, what's the difference between social and cultural macro factors? Social and cultural go together. You're probably thinking demographic versus cultural. Demographic are more straight numbers, and culturals are kind of how people value things. So it's a little bit different that way. Okay. Also, there's a video online that goes through it in depth. I have on the study guide. If you go to woltersworld.com, go to courses 320, or you look in your email, there's a link there that'll explain it for you, buddy. Let's see, 43. When the customer has a wealth of information about the product offerings, a large number of competing firms they can buy from, and the customer represents a large percentage of the overall market, the buyer power would be termed what? That would be high. Yes, that would be high buyer power. And I think I have like a couple questions on that. Yeah, there's a couple questions, this high-low stuff, I think, on the exam. So you have that. All right, because remember, if you have more information, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to a customer, because they know everything. But you can't say, well, no, it cost me $10 to make this. Like, no, I see the receipt. It cost you $5. So, you have to think about those things, right? Now, 44. The Russian economy has completely tanked. Now, this is an example. I'm not saying it is. I'm just putting an example out here. The Russian economy has completely tanked. The price of oil has dropped a lot. The ruble has lost half of its value the past few months. The economic future seems rather unstable. So this is going to be using the GE McKinsey matrix. So that is looking at the industry overall. Like, you're looking at that. I mean, I'm trying to give you a worst case scenario. That is a very unattractive market, okay, because everything's going bad. Now, Shell Oil, one of the largest and most successful oil companies, see, I'm trying to trick you here because, it's Shell. It's doing really well. Has a small presence in Russia, and they're debating if they should invest in Russia. What should they do? Well, remember, if it's a small, kind of insignificant SBU, small business unit, and it's also an unattractive industry, you are going to divest. So 44 is divest. Okay? 45. How many key success factors are usually found in an industry? That is C, 5 to 6. So an industry will have 5 to 6 key success factors overall, and usually companies will only focus on 1 or 2 because it's too expensive to get all of them. So think of it this way: there's 5 to 6 in the industry, but companies can only focus on probably 2 or 3 just because of the cost. McDonald's focuses on standardization, delivery, and location. They don't necessarily focus as much on super high quality food. I'm not saying that it's bad, but there's a difference between a McDonald's cheeseburger and going to a pub kind of stuff, right? So you have that. 46, because we're at 37 minutes, and I don't want you guys wasting too much time on me. I'm sorry about that. 46. 46 through 50 will deal with a BCG matrix kind of thing. The cash cow, the star, the dog, things like that. We have examples from here. And then there's probably a question like this in the exam that you'll go through and have to pick as well. So the thing goes, and what I'm going to do is the questions on the exam, it comes from this little thing here. And so I'll go through one by one because they're in order down on there. Ooh, I don't want to, spoilers, don't want to ruin it for you. Okay, so Peter Parker Industries is a technology firm that has specialized in children's toys for decades. Their initial product, the Spidey Web Shooter, has been a moneymaker for them for decades. Okay, it's been a moneymaker for decades, so things are going good. So that's going to be a better one. Though not the coolest toy or hottest toy in town anymore. So it's not cool and it's not hot. That means growth is low. Okay. It still gives Peter Parker Industries a steady flow of cash. So 46, the Spidey Web Shooters, that would be a cash cow. B. Because low growth, because it's not the hottest thing anymore, but still making a lot of good money. So we're doing okay there. 47 looks at the Morbius Vampire Doll. Now, next up, their next product is the Morbius Vampire Doll. This doll was created at the height of the now dead vampire movie craze of late 2000s, early 2010s, but was once their top seller. Notice, was their top seller, but it's a dead industry now. Now, sit in inventory and on store shelves where no one buys them. So I think that is obvious. That would be a dog. C for 47. Now, 48, the Monopoly Mary Jane. Monopoly Mary Jane, no, sorry. A cult classic game, Monopoly Mary Jane, is a fan favorite board game that is still popular gift for young children. Though the board game industry has slowed down, so growth is going to be, that's going to be the bottom part there. Though the board game industry has slowed down, the desire for this classic game never fades. So that would be another 48 would be B, cash cow for Monopoly Mary Jane. 49. We're looking at Spidey's Awesome Racer Game. Next, we have Spidey's Awesome Racer Game, a recent big hit and current market leader. So if it's a big hit, that's good. The current market leader, so market share is high, right? In the fast-growing tablet gaming industry. So everything is great here. So that's actually going to be a star. 49 is a star, man. Spidey's Awesome Racer Game, star. That's A. Okay. Now, the last one we have is, Spidey's Racer, awesome game. I mean, triple profits, blah, 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 blah. Next up, the latest product to come out of Peter Parker Industries is the wearable Venom Watch, to grab a hold of the fast-growing wearable devices and wearable health digital trainers market. So fast-growing, so industry growth rate is high. They developed the Venom Watch. Though it is brand new and only a small-time player, there's hope that it may catch on. So high growth, small market share, that is a question mark. So 50 is D. Okay? So those are the answers to the exam. So my students that are studying for their exam on Tuesday, I wish you good luck. If you have any questions, you can always, contact me on Twitter and stuff like that. You can email me if you really want, but probably usually get through me that way. I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some ideas what you should look out for, and gives you kind of a better feeling of how the exam is going to be. It's 50 multiple choice questions. What I would do is, you're welcome, Joshua. I'm glad I could help out. If you want to kind of know what you should, like how I recommend you do it, you could take the practice exam first, but I recommend is just, I sent you all a playlist. There's exam one playlist. You could just go through the playlist, watch it double time if you want, or 1.5 speed, go through that, have an idea there, and while you're going through, look through the slides at the same time, take the practice exam. I know we just went through it, but hopefully you didn't write in your book, and then go through it and you're how do I feel about it? And if you have questions, you can go back. This is one of those things that, the class is you have lots of options. I try to make the class good for you. I try to make the slides understandable. I have the videos for you. This is not a class to destroy your GPA, okay? So I really want you all to do really well in this, all right? So I can't give you an A, all right? You have to earn the A. And last year I had more C's and D's than I've ever, honestly, 9 years of teaching this class, I had more C's and D's in the first exam than I've ever had combined. So please study, okay? Because you study, you'll be fine. If you're watching this video, I think you'll be fine, okay? It's the other 499 students that don't that might have a problem, all right? So Chantal Glam fam, you're very welcome. Hugh Q, you're very welcome. Wan Jiang, you're welcome. Thank you for pointing out I missed number 24, buddy. I appreciate that. Madison, you're very welcome. Kathy G, hey, you're very welcome as well. Kyle, you briefly mentioned something about the social media videos. Could you repeat that again? So Kyle, if you check your email, I sent out a link to a study guide for the exam, and I have all the videos listed on there. And also, if you go to youtube.com/Professor Wolters, down below, you'll see that. If you look on our playlist, there's an exam one playlist that has the videos there. Or you can go on the topic 4 social media videos, and on there it has all the social media videos that I filmed, so you can have that, okay? But if you check your email, or you look at our announcements on Compass, I have all the links on there, and sometimes Compass is not very friendly with external links, so you might need to copy and paste it into a new window, so you have that, okay? Olivia, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Lu Ren Xiaowang, I'm glad I could help you out. Thank you very much. Temple of the Non. I only have one practice exam per exam in the book. So there's this one. I'll have another video like this for exam 2, or we might just do it in class. So we'll have that. So I only have this one, but I'm sure if you look online, you could find some more because I found some of my old exams on there. So there is that. All right, Alexander, need a timeout. I'll see you later. You'll be fine. Have a good time studying for your exam if you're taking the exam with us. Connie, thank you very much for what's going on. Jacob, Kyle, everybody, thank you. Sarah, Karen, anything like that. Let's see. Andrew Daly, for questions like 6 and 7, will there ever be a medium answer? If so, how can we tell? I will make it obvious if it's going to be high, low kind of stuff or medium. Like I'm not going to like try to trick you, be like, well, I put the comma here, so that makes it totally different. So don't worry about that, Andrew. Okay. Black Cheddar 7, I'm glad I could help out with some clutch stuff here. If you all have any questions, now the exam part's over, so if you have other questions you want to talk about with social media or YouTube or anything like that, for my non-students that want to ask questions now or my students that want to ask other questions, I can do that. So I'll stay on here for a little bit if anybody has any questions, but obviously there's not too many coming up, so I'm going to guess no. But I will stay on here because some people come on a little bit later, and then I will let this go. If you want to watch this again, what will happen is when I finish the stream, YouTube will render it into a normal video, and then it'll probably takes about an hour usually after I finish. It will pop up in the Professor Wolters YouTube channel in the upload, so you can see it there. But for my students, I will send out an email with a link to it, so you can watch it through that way too. So you have all your questions and answers. All right. Madison, the Web 2.0 stuff. It's something I talked about in class. It's in the slides. I think it's like slide 4 or 5 and topic 4. So you can see those in there. But it's something I talk about a lot in class. I don't think I talk about this exam because that's kind of something that's kind of gone to the wayside. It's not as popular. But if it does show up, remember, Web 2.0 is just the social ability of the internet that we can talk back and forth, like how you all are talking to me right now. Well, all the awesome people here that are there helping out. So like my buddy Tyler and stuff like that. So there's that. So I hope that helps, Madison. Anybody else? No? All right. Well, for my people watching, good luck on your exam. For everybody else, just know there'll be more business videos coming. We've got 4 business videos coming out every week till the end of the semester, so it'll be new topics. So for students that are going to be studying for other exams, if there's some topics you want to start early for an exam, they're not showing up yet online, they will. Don't worry about that. We'll have that. So we're trying to get all the really big topics online because my students have Illinois Media Space. You know that sometimes those videos don't run, and I have so many headaches with that I'm just trying to get everything on YouTube so all my students can actually learn it and have a chance to learn it right. And not have to fight through all the gobbledygook to get through to a video. So I can't even get to my videos on there. So this way we can have it on YouTube, so it'll all be out there. Okay. Lou Ren. Oh, so we do have some questions. So Lou Ren, for question 4 again, my former question was what could be a product excellence of school? So a product excellence could be if you had, really good classrooms, great internet, things like that. That would be more like it. Like if you have better majors, better reputation. Remember, the product one really goes for the brand. I mean, if you're notice you'll see Geese College of Business everywhere at the University of Illinois because they're trying to build up the brand name to make the product better. And so you'll have something more like that. Okay. Elizabeth West, can you just recap what will happen on exam day and what we can bring? Well, you know where the class is. Hopefully you've been there. You'll have everybody will be there. It'll be great. The whole class will be there in that room that doesn't hold more than the exact number of people that are in the class. So I'd get there early. Bring a couple of number 2 pencils with an eraser because it's going to be 50 multiple choice on a Scantron form. So you'll fill out your form, then everyone's seated down. Then at the top of the hour, I hand out the exams with the proctors, of which I applied for 8 proctors and I've gotten no information of anyone actually coming. So, hey, it might just be me and 300 of you. So it'll be fun. But what'll happen is I'll hand them out, and then what it'll be is I'll probably wait 25 minutes, hey, look, first 25 minutes, everybody sit down because it's so packed. I don't want one person at a time. So after 25, 30 minutes, some people will be done. Okay, now first group, you can go. And then then that's when the first big group comes. So instead of one person going all the time, so we have that, then it kind of opens up there. So that can really help out. What you'll do is if there's proctors there, you'll go out the back doors of the class and they'll be out there and you just hand them your exam booklet and your Scantron form. You have to give them both. They will not take your Scantron form without that. So I hope that helps. Most students are usually done in 45 minutes, but some students take the entire time. So there is that. So I hope that helps, Elizabeth. So let me know if that's okay. Let's see. OG, what are you doing over here? You're usually on my Wolters World stuff. Why do banks frown upon easy entry to barrier when looking for business lending? Why do banks frown upon easy entry? Oh, because that would mean there'd be more competition could come in and it would give less competitive advantages to you, because if someone else can do the same thing, why should I give the money to you versus them? And you're probably going to get driven out of business because of competition. So that's something that's going to help you out there. Cool, Luann. I'm glad that could help. Let's see. Anybody else? Any other questions? Throw anything out there. It's fine. I'd be glad to answer. I mean, I'm going to stay on here for a bit longer. So those of you that are just waiting, you can be like, hey, let's see anything else here. Oh, Tyler, my buddy. So Tyler's asking, can you talk a bit more about your social media marketing course abroad this summer? Yes. So Tyler, we will be doing a 2.5, 3-week course, 3-week course in Vienna. So basically what you have is like from 9 to 2, we'll have class, and it's going to be very much a hand-on social media course. So you'll learn how to like really use, it sounds silly, Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest and YouTube, but you will learn how to do all those things. You actually create your own blog, you create all your own posts. We're going to learn how to do all the analytics for it too. We're going to do actually a day trip, I think, to Salzburg or another town, or maybe Bratislava, somewhere close by. You will actually make a video, you will actually make posts, and we're going to see like, how did it work? What didn't work? And things like that. So people that want to be social media managers, they can come out of school and be like, look, I got the class, set me up for this. So that's what it's really for. I really want to make it like a real hands-on course versus the typical like learn your definitions kind of class. No, this is all about like, you're going to come out and be like, oh, you want to see what I have? Here's my website. Here's my feed. Here's my blog. So you can see stuff. And then people can like look at you that way. So that's what we're going to focus on. And of course, it'll be a lot of fun because we'll have 4 days of class and you get 3 days off. So you can go to Prague or Budapest or something like that when you're there. My God, my eyes are red like crazy. Ouch. Don't worry. I'm fine. My kid punched me in the eye, I guess. So we have that. So I hope that helps, Tyler. Let's see. Tony Rain, Professor Wolters. See, that one isn't in my class because they would have gotten the exam on the syllabus quiz wrong. Professor Wolters, would it be safe to say that currency is literally an energy current and the key is tapping into the frequency? Is the frequency world-class customer service? If you want to look at it in terms of money and currency... Well, you could look at it in terms of world-class customer service could be a key to currency, but the thing is, if people aren't willing to pay for better service, then there's no point to do that. I mean, that's the thing is like we may all complain that we don't like our local McDonald's or something like that, but we still go there because, as much as I might want it to be faster or friendlier, they still make those burgers so quick. I don't really care. I don't value the happiness there as much or the friendliness as much. And that's where, in my other course, I actually have market misconceptions. And like I talk about market misconceptions is one thing is, everybody thinks like stellar customer service will always win and lead to more sales. If people don't want the service, I know when we go to Germany, you don't get stellar service, you get professional service. And when Germans come to the US, they're like, oh my God, get away from me, service people. All I want is like to buy a shirt. I don't need you to like try to help me. And so if people aren't willing to pay for the service, it's not really worth it to do it financially for your business. It's cool and nice and people maybe appreciate it, but do I really care when I'm just going in for 30 seconds to grab a burger and fries? It's different. But if it's like a sit-down restaurant, it might be something different that way. So I hope that helps, Tony. Anybody else? Anybody? Ooh. Like my little sign for you all? Anyway. All right. Well, I'll wrap this up so it can be online here in a little bit so students can watch it and get the answers. Thank you, everybody that actually came for the live feed. It means the world to me. I really appreciate it. And I really hope you all have really good luck on the exam. I have supreme confidence in you. I think your professor's done a good job so far. Maybe. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. And to our Professor Wolters viewers, there'll be a new video tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Chicago time. Bye.